We're back with some really bad news for Chud the Builder and his racist friend Jake Lang. And this might be the first time because we're also back with some good news for Chud the Builder and his racist homie Jake Lang. Before we get to Chud and his despair, let's start off with his homie Jake Lang. Jake Lang is the homie who was at Chud's bond hearing, who caused a disturbance, got put in court for contempt. Now, this dude sat in court and heard Chud get $1 million bond and still thought it was a joke. So Jake Lang is currently sitting behind bars, sitting in jail for threatening to murder Carmelo Anthony if the courts don't find him guilty. So he's in jail right now on threats, on terroristic threats. Now, Jake Lang was able to do something that even Chud wasn't able to do. Something that's pretty impressive, I gotta say. This is probably the last compliment I'll ever give this dude, but he was able to pull off something that even Chud couldn't pull off. If you've been watching my videos, I think you know where I'm about to get to. But Chud and his representatives and his spokespeople have been reaching out to any black influencers they can think of and asking for an endorsement to support Chud. Asking for anybody in the black community to support Chud. They asked Brandon Tatum. He don't want nothing to do with Chud. They asked the Hodge twins. The Hodge twins don't want nothing to do with Chud. The usual suspects are saying, even that's a level of selling out I'm not willing to go. But to my surprise, Jake Lang, after about 2 days in jail, was able to do something that Chud wasn't able to do. He was able to secure a black endorsement, making it the first black endorsement any one of these dweebs have been able to get. Now, he picked the wrong black guy, bruh, because the black community isn't looking at this endorsement and thinking, man, Jake Lang is kind of cool.
So there's a white man who's currently being persecuted and is getting put down to the absolute max simply for having an opinion. Keep in mind, Jake Lang only said words, yet his bail is set to $1 million.
We got to start requiring literacy tests before we can argue with these people, bruh. There has to be at least some type of standard here, man. So criteria for us to go back and forth, bruh. And what's the opinion here? Jake Lang got arrested for saying he was going to murder Carmelo Anthony if he's not found guilty by a court of law. Where's the opinion, sir? As the only thing I heard, man, is a promise, is a threat and a promise. And he got arrested for terroristic threats. Where's the injustice? I don't understand, bro. Now threatening to murder somebody now falls under free speech. You can't make this up, bro. These people are absurd. What's next? Shooting a black man outside of a courthouse falls under free speech as well? Oh, wait. Y'all already beat us there.
Meanwhile, Carmelo Anthony murdered a child, stabbed a child in the heart, and his bail was set to $250,000. Like 4 times more for Jake Lang for saying words. That is ridiculous. Keep in mind, the people who are at Carmelo Anthony's sentencing, they assaulted me just for holding a sign that said White Lives Matter. None of them were arrested. They made death threats. They said they were going to murder me and kill me and murder my family. None of them were arrested. Jake Lang was arrested before his feet even touched the Texas soil. As soon as he landed on the airport, before he could even get outside the airport, the police came and arrested him because he said words weeks or months ago. It's ridiculous, guys. You have to go and donate to Jake Lang today. His bail will be reduced, but let's get that money up so he can see the light of day. We want to make a statement to let people know that yes, white lives do matter. You cannot lock up a white man and make it unaffordable for him to bail out and to seek counsel just because he's a white man and has an opinion. The difference in treatment is staggering. Keep in mind, this is what they're feeding him every single day. They're starving Jake Lang in solitary confinement. All he has is 5 to 10 ounces of peanut butter every day to eat. He literally called us on the phone saying that he was starving. While Carmelo Anthony raised $600,000 and was playing Xbox at his home. A white man has an opinion and he's starving in solitary confinement. Didn't harm anyone, just said some words. That's the difference in treatment and why we'll always say White Lives Matter, and I'll always hold that sign.
I'm starting to recognize a trend here, man. Is it just me, or do y'all recognize the same trend too? That these type of black guys always have the same haircut. It's always the same. It's the haircut with no lineup, bro. It's like the scissors cut with no lineup, bro. It's the same. Once I seen the haircut, I knew he was up to no good. I was very suspicious. It was suspect. They have the same haircut. You think I'm lying? I couldn't even tell you if it's a different black guy who Jake Lang manipulated and convinced to partake in this activity here.
We're gonna disprove it right here. There's a fentanyl overdose.
Okay, so look, this is almost all my weight. Philip, can you breathe?
I can breathe.
You can breathe?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna bounce all my weight on you. Can you still breathe?
Yes, I can still breathe.
Okay, that is fallacy. George Floyd died over fentanyl overdose.
Look at that. Look at that video. Watch that video back again. And can you tell me you can tell the difference between that guy and the last guy you just saw? Cause I can't. It's the same haircut. It's the same voice patterns. It's literally the same hairline. It's the same. These people are being made in laboratories. These are man-made laboratory tokens who are being conceived to be professional tokens on behalf of white supremacists. White supremacists are running out of black tokens that they can use. Because I feel like even dudes like Officer Tatum and the Hodge twins, they're recognizing, these white supremacists don't rock with us, man. Because when they became sellouts, right? When they were like the token black creators online, white supremacy wasn't in the state it's currently in, right? Like white supremacy was still being hidden, right, by niceness. Like they were still kind of like, no, y'all are the good ones. They're the bad ones. We like black guys like you. We don't like those other black guys. And they felt good about themselves. Now, the states of white supremacy, nah, they outside, yo. They saying, hey, we don't want to live in harmony no more, man. We want an all-white country. So now because that's the rhetoric, the tokens are starting to wake up and they can't make enough tokens, right, for all white supremacists. So now they're making these tokens in a laboratory. That's my theory, people. Because ain't no way on earth somebody with a black mama and a black daddy and a black family is volunteering, right, to be kneeled on by Jake Lang. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe it. That is a laboratory-made token right there, bruh. Now, it gets worse, okay? So Jake Lang finds this token, but again, bruh, using like one of those tokens, like what is that gonna do, bruh? It's not gonna convince black folks that Jake Lang, right, is being unfairly persecuted, right? Like it's not gonna convince a large majority of black people to start writing letters endorsing Jake Lang and hopefully make enough noise for the court to release him. It's not gonna work. Right, so even though he got a token, which again, very impressive, you found a black man, right, who was desperate enough, who was shameless enough to endorse you, cool, but it's still not working, all right, because Jake Lang is still calling home from prison, crying about how he's starving, how he can't get a hot meal in jail.
To be honest, Jake, I'm really happy to hear from you. How's it going in jail? Let's start there.
I mean, jail is jail. It's the worst torture that I've ever endured here. A piss-drenched cell, feces in the floor. I have no underwear, no socks. I got one shirt, one pant per week. It's in no commissary. Today, all I've eaten is peanut butter. That's all they're feeding me on a kosher diet. It's so draconian. It's so ruthless and so unhuman. I've never experienced anything like it, but in my weakness, God's strength is made perfect, brother.
Yeah, I don't trust the FDA. I mean, we're Christian, but we still just eat kosher because we don't trust the chemicals they're putting in our food. And in prison, that's really rough.
Yeah, they try to pump you with chemicals and make you docile in here, so I always eat kosher when I'm in prison.
Chill, man. Yo, chill. Yo, bro, Jay, you make me feel too good, man. You gotta chill, bruh. Yo, he said when he got to jail, in the last video we did, the black guards, whooped him out of his socks, man. All right, whooped him out of his socks. And he said, that was unjust. Now he's back saying the black guards got him eating peanut butter off the floor, man. Man, Jake, you gotta stop making me feel good, man. Oh, man, you doing something to me, man. What you? The black. Nah, man, those brothers is laying down the law, man. As far as I'm concerned, man, those brothers is going by the book, man. You gotta eat what you gotta eat, bro. You can't come in here claiming to be Christian while also claiming you want a kosher diet. That don't mix. But Jake Lang is actually Jewish. He grew up in a Jewish household. His parents are Jewish. His sister is Jewish. But he lies about being Jewish because his audience are hateful bigots and he understands they'll turn on him if he comes out as a Jewish man. So he lies and he LARPs as a Christian man, even though he grew up his entire life as a Jewish man.
Docile, feminine, everything's pumped with estrogen. Yeah.
Yeah, soy, estrogen, garbage, goy slop.
That's right. That's right, man. So, brother, what can I do for you? How can I help you?
The bond of Carmelo, thank you for saying that. I need help. I need my brothers to come around me right now. 4 times the bond of Carmelo Anthony, who admitted to the police on scene, it's not alleged, I did it. He gets $250,000 bond. Jake Lang stands outside the courthouse of the murderer and says, we need capital punishment, $1 million bond for free speech.
It's crazy. It's absolutely insane.
It's like Chud. You know, there's a guy in here in the cell block who has the same charge as me. Third degree felony, terroristic threat. He's actually the cell next door to me. He has a rap sheet as long as my arm. He has $10,000 bond. I have no criminal record ever. $1 million bond. My bond has been set 100 times the average for this charge, bro. 100 times.
Is it because the judge was a black female? Do you think that's why it's racial bias?
Oh, bro, it was a woke, activist, black female Democrat judge from Dallas who set my bond, but then they moved me over here to Collin County, which is a deep red Republican area. So I just paid my lawyer the last $5,000 I had in my account to do a habeas corpus motion for me, and I'll be in front of a new judge within the next week or two at tops, and they'll be setting a new bond for me because obviously the Sixth Amendment has a protection to guarantee the right from excessive bonds, and this is probably the most egregious case of excessive bonds in American history. So, you know, we've unearthed and routed out, you know, obviously this lawfare being so pitted against us, but, you know, the cost is I'm suffering right now bad, and I need my brothers to come around me.
The gig is up, bro. People have called it. You're not about to hit the same lick you hit the first time. The first time, January 6th, when he was arrested for the insurrection, he raised like $1.something million, almost $2 million, paid like $100,000 for a lawyer, went to jail for about 4 years before being pardoned, and now he came back out to a lot of money. He's trying to do it again. This time it's not happening. He raised about $8,000 this week. Bro, that hasn't even made a scratch on $1 million bond. I think people have woken up. People is very aware that this is his new grift, his new scam, because he don't have a job, he don't have a business, he don't have a means to an income, right? He's rolling around town with $5,000 to his name, according to him, causing all this trouble. Now, his cover art is him listing Carmelo Anthony's bond and then his bond. Bro, do you understand? Like, you was just in jail for 4 years before being pardoned. You have an extensive criminal history of harassment. You was going around harassing black folks, causing a disturbance, causing a mob, and you can't seem to understand why the ex-felon who's been causing a disturbance all across America got a higher bond than a 17-year-old with no criminal history whatsoever. Cut it out, man. Things have been really slow for Chud, but we got an update, okay? So in our last video, Chud was crying from behind bars, crying, talking about they violating his rights. He want to come home. This is not okay. And one of the rights he claimed they were violating was, you know, they didn't give him access to a physical Bible. But the jailhouse says, no, we gave him access to a tablet that has a Bible on it. So we don't know why he's haggling us for a physical Bible. We are not giving it to him. We gave him a tablet. There is limited resources of a physical Bible, and other people have those physical Bibles. Chud just ain't one of them. So these people have took it into their own hands. This is where I tell you they think they're above the law. Chud's racist PR person pulls up to the jailhouse with a physical Bible, demanding they take the physical Bible that he has in his hands and give it to Chud. Can you imagine if that's how jail works? Can you imagine if I can just pull up to the jail with some fresh pair of socks for my brother and say, hey, give my brother these socks. Hey, give my brother this Xbox. Hey, give my brother this brand new Gucci belt. What you doing? Hey, give my brother these new pair of sneakers, man. What? Can you imagine if that's how jail works? If we could just pull up at any time demanding they give whatever we want them to give to the actual person. Yo, when you witness the caucasity in real time, you won't believe your eyes. These people feel like they are above the law. Pulling up and demanding they give Chud a physical item from off your persons. This is one of those things where you gotta say, bro, I applaud white folks, man. Y'all know how to ride, bro, for your own, man. This is nuts.
How you doing, officer?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
How you doing? I have a soft cover Bible, a new one I just purchased for Dalton Otherly.
Okay.
He's been denied a physical copy since he's been in, and since he was transferred.
If he has access to the Bible, we won't be able to take one in for him.
What's that?
I said he has access to the Bible, we won't be able to take one in for him.
So, the law is that he has to have access to a physical copy, not on a tablet.
He has access to the Bible.
A physical copy?
We won't be able to take it.
Is it a physical copy?
Currently, right now, he has one on the tablet.
Can you get him a physical copy?
He has access to his religious stuff.
So this has already been
Okay.
an issue that's...
No, sir, we can't take anything from him. He has access to his Bible. Thank you.
So, sir, it has to be a physical Bible. What was his name? Litchfield? All right, so sheriff says he has a tablet, even though they've been sued for it before. So we're going to get some accountability, talk to a chaplain, and return Monday with a chaplain to get him a Bible, a physical copy that isn't linked to a tablet. So it was Sergeant Litchfield, I think.
This is a 40-year-old man who's a Chud the Builder groupie. Can you think of a sadder life? This man already runs a Chud the Builder fan account. He then traveled over like 2,000 miles to go to Clarksville to then, I guess, harass the jail staff on behalf of Chud. Y'all gotta stop. D-riding should be a crime at this point. Y'all taking this D-riding too far, bruh. But nothing is gonna change. Y'all are not gonna get your way. Now, listen, I have no problem with Chud being denied anything. Anything that helps him, take it away. I don't care what it is, bruh. Chud don't serve the same God that we serve, right? Chud don't serve the same God that your grandmama, who been at church since the age of 9 years old and ain't never missed a Sunday, Chud don't serve the same God as her, man. You think like your pastor, your deacon is praying and preaching to the same God that Chud is serving? Absolutely not. All right, so I don't, waste your time. I don't feel bad not one bit, bro. Right? As far as I'm concerned, this Christian angle is just another way to grift. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, or here, or here, or here, somewhere on my screen to find out why exactly Lord Jamar is becoming the laughingstock of the internet. I'm going to see you guys in this Lord Jamar video. Click the hype button below to send me a hype. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.